The casting process is like a funnel. It fills the gap between when a script is written and when it goes into production. And a lot of people start off at the top of that funnel, but at the end of the process, only a very select few end up landing the roles needed. In this video, I'm going to take you inside that crazy casting funnel.
I'm Scott. I didn't start acting until I was 58, and I've been booking real film and TV work ever since. It's been a lot of fun, and no matter your age, you can do it too.
In this video, I'm going to take you through the casting process and what's expected of you as you move closer and closer to landing that role. If that information is useful to you, by all means, hit the subscribe button. First of all, an important general statement about the casting process, and it's this. Casting usually happens fairly quickly, and that means if you ever go 5 to 7 days without hearing anything, well, that means you probably didn't get it. Casting directors typically don't send off notes saying that you were rejected for a role or you didn't get it. You just don't hear anything. Don't take that personally. This is a numbers game. The more you audition, the more you have a chance of landing a role. So you're really going to throw a lot of auditions up against the wall, and eventually one of them will stick. So with that said, let's start with step number 1, which is the invitation to audition. Now this is going to be a little different if you have an agent or if you don't have an agent. If you don't have an agent, you are going to be on Actors Access looking at all these different breakdowns and choosing a role that you think you would be good for and submitting your headshots and your reel. We have a video about Actors Access that explains that if you don't have an agent doing it for you. If you do have an agent, you don't have to worry about all of that because the agent is doing that for you and the casting director is looking at your headshot and your reel through your agent. And if the casting director says, yes, that person has the right look and feel, we would like to see an audition for that person, then you will get an invitation to audition. I really suggest you check out our video about Actors Access because it really fills in a lot of those gaps. So you got that invitation to audition. Now it's time to shoot and submit that audition. I have a separate video about that I invite you to check out. Also a list of gear down below that you can use to shoot an audition without spending a lot of money. But it's important to note that it is at this stage you need to make an important decision, and that is if you will be a local hire for this job, should you get it, or will you be a regional hire? And the difference is, if you're a local hire, you're telling them that they don't have to worry about paying travel costs, because as far as they're concerned, you're going to live in town, just up the street. You won't need a hotel, you won't need a travel allowance at all. So if the production is close by, that's not really that big of a deal. But as you'll see as we go through, if this is 4, 5, 6 hours away from you, yeah, that can be a big decision. So you send off the audition and you wait, knowing that if you go 5 to 7 days that you got rejected. But glory be, you hear back. They want a callback. And maybe if you did shows in school, you had callbacks then too. Sometimes these are in person and they want to have you come into the casting office and read with other people because they want to see your chemistry. They want to see how you look with other people that they're considering. And see, this is one place where that decision to be a local hire or a regional hire is important. Because if you're a local hire and you've got to schlep 6 hours for an in-person callback, you're probably going to want to get a hotel and that's coming out of your pocket. The advantage of being a local hire when you're just starting out is that it's a lower cost to the production and you're more likely to get hired. Sometimes though, a callback is done via Zoom. Hey, those are wonderful. Then you don't have to leave home. And they'll have the person that you're reading with in another box up on screen and you'll be over here and you can read back and forth. It's important to note though that if you're not that familiar with Zoom, definitely check out some videos on YouTube about it because you don't want to be the person in that casting callback that is gumming up the works by being slow and not knowing how to run the software. If you've made it to the callback stage, there are a handful of people that they're considering for the role that you auditioned for. And they just want to see different combinations of people together. They want to check out the chemistry. So the callback's done, and you sit and wait. And if you move to the next step of the casting process, you will likely hear that they want to have the right of first refusal. That means that they're blocking out that time on the calendar for the day that they want to shoot. They want to make sure that you don't book something else in the meantime while they're making their decision. And the decision that they're making probably includes showing your audition and your callback to the director, to the producer. If it's a commercial, possibly to the client. They might say, we have 2 people we like for this role, which one do you prefer? Now at this stage, since they've kind of reserved your time, if they decide to go with the other actor, you will hear that they're releasing that date. So you will actually hear a rejection. It's kind of the one time you'll do that. But if you move on, then you've booked it. And you'll hear that from your agent or from the casting director. And congratulations, go celebrate. As you go through this process, you're going to notice the same casting directors over and over again. And here's the key, they're going to be noticing you over and over again. And that's really a good thing, because while you may not get this role or the next one or the next one, you're going to be familiar with them, and as roles come up, they're going to say, I know somebody who should audition for this. So be professional, be cordial, and really pay attention to your relationship with that casting director. And now that you understand how the casting process works, you need to be ready for that first day on the set. We have a video about that. Please check that out and other videos in the link below. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and that's a wrap.